Welcome back to my channel and a very special welcome if you're new here. My name is Jen. I'm a certified weight loss and nutrition coach, and today we're talking about visceral fat and how to get rid of it. I'm going to tell you why visceral fat is extremely dangerous. So if you're excited, give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not. Turn your bell on because I upload new videos every Tuesday and Thursday. Down in the description box, I will have nutrition coaching. Highly recommend those personalized macros and calories. That is what I followed to lose and maintain my 140-pound weight loss, as well as one-on-one coaching for questions, accountability, or to talk with me directly. Links, discounts to my favorite healthy things are also down in that description box. So let's talk about visceral fat and how to get rid of it. Like I said, visceral fat is the most dangerous fat that we have on our body. So we actually have two types of fat: subcutaneous fat and visceral fat. Subcutaneous fat is the fat found under the surface. So your belly, your hips, your thighs, your butt, your arms, that under the surface fat. As much as we hate subcutaneous fat, it is nowhere near the dangerousness of visceral fat. Visceral fat is actually the fat around your organs. So the fat around your kidney, your liver, your heart, that's the fat that can actually lead to health issues. So that's the fat that we really want to focus on getting rid of. Now, of course, we want to get rid of subcutaneous fat too. We want to shed fat overall on our entire body. But visceral fat is what we're going to focus on today. There are some things that you can do to get rid of visceral fat, and I want to deep dive into that. You may be able to reduce visceral fat by reducing your intake of carbohydrates and added sugar, among other dietary changes. Certain habits, such as getting enough sleep and performing aerobic exercise, can help. Having too much visceral fat leads to things like diabetes, obesity, and heart-related diseases, sometimes even death. So the first thing we can do, and all of these things are going to help shed fat overall. So you're going to get rid of that subcutaneous fat, but you're also going to get rid of that dangerous visceral fat. And the first thing that we can focus on is eating a well-balanced diet. A balanced diet consists of eating whole foods like fruits and vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins, while minimizing ultra-processed foods and additives like sugar. Now, we're not saying eliminating processed foods or sugar, we're saying reducing the amount that we're consuming. And the only way to shed fat, the only way to lose weight, is to be in a calorie deficit. But not all calories are created equally. Our body responds differently to different calorie sources. So our body's going to respond very differently to things like whole grains, fruits, and vegetables than it is processed foods and added sugars. That's why we want to minimize those and really focus on whole, real food. I always say follow the 80-20 approach. That to me is a balanced diet. 80% whole, real foods, 20% fun foods. That means pizza night with your family, processed foods, sugar, donuts, whatever you prefer, to stick into that 20%. That is balanced, and it is also sustainable long term, which is really important for fat loss. You want to make sure, again, that you're in a calorie deficit. Now, a calorie deficit is different for everybody. Every body is different, so every body requires a different amount of calories to be successful with fat loss. I am a weight loss and nutrition coach who's lost 140 pounds. One of the things I do is provide custom macros and calories. This is going to tell you how many calories to eat every day to shed fat, including visceral fat, and how many carbs, fats, and protein you need to reach your health goals. I will have nutrition coaching at the top of the description box. Get your macros and calories done. It's a very small investment, and I promise you it will change your life. That is how I lost 140 pounds and have maintained that weight loss. Here's some other things you can do to make sure you're eating a balanced diet. Number 1, eating more high protein foods such as eggs, lean meats, and nuts. Number 2, eating more high fiber foods such as whole grains and legumes. Number 3, eating foods high in unsaturated fats and omega-3 fatty acids. Number 4, limiting your intake of added sugars, trans fats, and alcohol. And number 5, trying specific diets such as the Mediterranean diet, low carb diet, and ketogenic diet. Now, I will tell you that I don't promote any diet at all. I promote following a balanced eating approach. 80-20, following your macros and calories. You don't have to restrict or eliminate any foods to reach your weight loss goals. I'm a prime example of that. So I would say focus on, again, that 80-20 approach, that balanced diet. Number 2, engage in physical activity. This doesn't mean that you have to sweat in the gym for hours upon hours every single day, every single week. It's moving your body and engaging in some type of physical activity on a regular basis. Really, exercise is what helps maintain weight loss. Once you lose the weight, in order to maintain it, no matter how you lose the weight, you've got to move your body. That's what actually leads to the majority of people maintaining their weight. Again, I'm a prime example of this. I've maintained my weight loss for almost 2 years, and I engage in physical activity 5 days a week consistently. You want to focus on moderate intensity activity for the majority of your physical activity. This is things like aerobic exercises or cardio. This can help increase your heart rate and burn visceral fat. Also, research shows that resistance training is key to reducing visceral fat while maintaining muscle mass. Combining these two types of exercise with a well-balanced diet is the most effective way to burn visceral fat. If you're unsure where to start when it comes to physical movement, I highly recommend Trainwell. It is an app where basically you have a virtual trainer with you at all times, and it's all done through the app. It's actually the app that I use to do my workouts 2 days per week. The other 3 days a week, I do high intensity interval training. I actually have 14 free days with Trainwell. Download the app, talk to a coach, get an exercise routine, try it out, free for 14 days. If you hate it, you don't have to continue. There's no obligation past that 14 days, but that's a great place to learn what you can do physical activity-wise because it is completely custom and tailored to you. Similar to the macros and calories that I do for you, Trainwell is going to give you a customized workout. So I'll link Trainwell down below for you with the free 14 days. Number 3, get plenty of sleep. Sleep is so underrated for weight loss. It's actually one of the main things you can do to expedite your weight loss. Sleep is vital to your health, but sleep is vital to shedding that visceral fat. Sleep is a key role in maintaining a healthy for you weight, preventing chronic conditions such as type 2 diabetes, stroke, and high blood pressure, and helps reduce stress and boost your mood. The CDC recommends at least 7 hours of sleep every night, better to yet 7 to 9. Now, the best way to ensure that you get in your quality sleep is to have a sleep schedule. Try to go to bed around the same time every night, weekends included, and try to get up around the same time every morning, weekends included. This is going to ensure that you get the proper amount of sleep, which guess what? That alone can help reduce fat overall, especially visceral fat. Next up is to reduce your stress levels. Now, I know that there's stress in life that we have zero control over. There's also stress in our lives that we do have some control over, and that's what we really want to focus on reducing. Chronic stress is associated with both subcutaneous fat and visceral fat. Stress also leads to several behaviors which do not benefit our weight loss journey. Things like overeating, eating foods high in added sugars and calories, having a sedentary lifestyle, and not getting enough sleep. Stress also triggers our hunger hormone. So when we're stressed out, we're more hungry. And what we're craving is things that give us relief of that stress. Processed carbohydrates, sugar, crunchy snacks, definitely not broccoli and whole foods. Some ways that you can help reduce the stress in your life are things like meditating, exercising, practicing yoga, going for a walk, writing in a journal, or speaking with a friend, family member, or therapist. Like I said, you can't eliminate stress entirely in your life. There's stress that we can't control, but the stress you can reduce, I highly recommend doing that for that visceral fat loss. Another thing you can do is try probiotics and prebiotics. Believe it or not, your gut health plays a major role in weight loss. Probiotics are live bacteria that can benefit your gut and digestive health. They're found in foods like yogurt, kefir, and sauerkraut and are available in supplement form. Prebiotics are the foods that feed the bacteria that help the probiotic and are essential for the health of your gut and microbiome. I personally take a probiotic every single day. I take the Clean Simple Eats Pink Probiotic. This is amazing. It is great for women especially, and it's going to help work with the prebiotics that are found in your food to regulate your gut health. And what's great about the Clean Simple Eats probiotic is it actually has prebiotics in it. So you're getting that extra benefit in that probiotic. I have a discount for Clean Simple Eats. I'll link it for you. Highly recommend that probiotic. So what's the bottom line of today's video? What really should you be doing to rid that unhealthy, scary, visceral fat? It's the fat found around your organs, the fat related to chronic health conditions, the fat we really want to focus on getting rid of. Of course, again, we want to get rid of the subcutaneous fat, the fat under the surface as well. And all of these healthy habits are actually going to help you shed fat in your entire body. Again, subcutaneous and visceral. You cannot fat spot reduce, so you can't say, I'm going to get rid of all the visceral fat. It's just going to come off everywhere. And that's the goal, is to have all of the excess body fat that you carry gone over time. Exercising, eating a well-balanced diet, having a probiotic, getting in enough sleep, reducing stress, all of these things help rid visceral fat. If you're unsure exactly where you want to go, what you should be doing, that's where I come in. Again, as a weight loss and nutrition coach, I offer those personalized macros and calories. That is a must. You have got to know what to eat to shed fat, but I also offer one-on-one coaching. If you want to talk, have accountability, have me help you navigate your fat loss journey, I do offer one-on-one coaching as well. I have single sessions and packages. I will have my nutrition coaching website in the description box, along with the Clean Simple Eats, Peak Probiotic. Everything we talked about today will be linked down below for you. Trainwell, definitely start your health journey off on the right foot, especially as we finish out 2024 and move into the new year. Let me know down below which one of these surprised you when it comes to shedding visceral fat, and I will see you in the next one.